So, how to stop running away from difficult problems in life? The world can certainly be a challenging place. Things are moving at a faster pace than ever before, and problems seemingly arise from everywhere. We fight a ton of battles every day, and it can be really easy to get overwhelmed. Those feelings can cause a person to run away from the problems they are facing. Unfortunately, if you continually try to do this, you'll waste your entire life running away from your problems. Eventually, they will catch up to you though. So how can we effectively confront our problems and move towards a life where we are no longer scared of them? Here are ways on how to stop running away from your problems. Number one is embrace the challenge. It might seem counterintuitive, but embracing feelings like discomfort and suffering could be an important step to learning how to stop running away from problems. The purpose of this is that most of the good things in life will inevitably cause us some suffering. We have to earn these things, and we need to push through the pain and suffering to achieve them. Experiencing deep love and connection in relationships forces us to confront the problems and stresses that come before developing that connection. Getting physically fit requires us to stick to a diet and exercise regularly. Getting a promotion forces us to work harder than the people we're competing with to demonstrate that we are the right person for the position. Most things gained come at the cost of some type of suffering. It's going to take work. If we're going to face the problems that confront us on our path to success, then we're going to have to get compatible with the discomfort and challenges that they cause us. Almost any type of change will be associated with some type of challenge that we are going to have to overcome. Number two is use social support. This is an underutilized resource. Our social network. Do you feel alone right now? Do you feel like nobody cares and that there's nobody around who would be willing to help you? If you do, you should look around a bit. I guarantee that there is somebody who would be more than happy to help you through this challenge. Remember, we face a lot of problems every day. There is no reason that you should feel that you need to solve all of them on your own. That can lead you to feel overwhelmed, which can lead you to start running away from your problems. So, seek out support from family, friends, community resources such as therapy, support groups, or even anonymous support groups online. Anonymous support groups online. Do whatever feels right to you so that you can get the support you need to confront this problem. Number three is make a plan. If you're asking yourself how to stop running away from problems, one thing to think about it is whether or not you have a plan. Have you thought about how you'll tackle the issue? Often we run from our problems because we don't know how to solve them. However, just because we don't know how to confront the issue right now and it seems overwhelming, doesn't mean that we can't spend some time to process it and come up with a solution. Taking some time to learn about the problem and how others have overcome it in the past is a great way to start. Wherever you go for information, make sure that your sources are accurate. Based on these sessions, you can begin creating goals and piecing together your plan. You can create a series of steps you can take to develop a course of action that will help you to overcome the problem and to eventually reach the success you are looking for. Don't underestimate the role that goal setting can play here. It can keep you motivated and give you something to work towards at every stage of your journey. If you would like to learn more about setting effective goals, check out this article. Number 4 is audit your friend circle and those closest to you. Believe it or not, your social circle is a big factor. Thus, it's important to consider this when you're trying to learn how to stop running away from problems. There are a lot of negative and toxic people out there. They may undermine the efforts of others to become successful, potentially because they want to keep everyone at their level. Their intent is really hard to say, but they're out there. This is why it's so important to audit your social circle regularly, especially the people that you spend the most time with. When you're trying to overcome some type of problem, it's important to make sure that you surround yourself with the people who are going to support you and help you through that problem. When you do this, it's unfortunate, but you may notice that a lot of your close friends don't always have your best interest in mind. They may prioritize their desires continually over yours. So maybe instead of encouraging you to study, they encourage you to party with them the week before an exam. Maybe instead of sticking to your diet and exercise routine when you're trying to lose weight, they're more worried about getting you to join them for Friday night of video games and pizza. We have to recognize that self-improvement and overcoming challenges is always going to be difficult. If it were easy, everyone could be doing it. If it were easy, you couldn't be reading this article. The reality is that not everyone will support you through this journey, and when you begin to let go and or distance yourself from these relationships, the people you are letting go of may feel as though you're unfairly kicking them out of your life. They may get upset at you for this, but remember, you're doing what's best for your personal growth. And this isn't about throwing away friends or other people in your life just because their actions and goals no longer align with yours. It's about distancing yourself from the people that may undermine your progress towards this goal. You are reducing their ability to influence your progress along this path. This is why we often end up outgrowing old relationships. Number 5 is prepare yourself to confront the problem. Whenever you make a meaningful life change, it's important to recognize that if you want to overcome the problem, you need to prepare appropriately. They need to commit to overcoming the challenge. You need to be the one who decides to make this change as well. This is why trying to convince a family member to make a change, such as quitting smoking, rarely works because significant life changes like this to occur effectively need to be desired by the individual making the change. If they don't truly want to quit smoking, chances are they won't. If you aren't willing to commit yourself to confront the problem and eventually overcome it, chances are you won't. You need to want to make this change in your life more than you want to continue running from the problem. When you make that decision, recognize that you have the strength and resilience to overcome the problem. Number 6 is running away isn't a long-term solution. This is probably the most important part of learning how to stop running away from problems. It's recognizing that running away isn't a long-term solution, and no matter how fast or how far you run, eventually they will catch up to you and you will be forced to face them, whether you like it or not.